Hello, queens. Hello, hello, hello. I know that this live is very impromptu. I didn't tell y'all I was going live, but here we are. Here we are. I literally just wanted to hop on and talk a little bit about protecting your peace, healthy from the inside out. Like, first of all, I need to thank you all again for joining me on my juice journey. 2 weeks ago, I went on a juice journey. There are IGTV lives about it if you missed my 4-day juice detox that I did. But I really wanted to just bring you guys in on like my health and how important that is for me from the inside out. Like, I believe in healthy eating. Now, do I still have my fair food? And yes, like I still do have those things sometimes, but all things in moderation, like my normal day to day, everything, it comes from a place of health first. From the deodorant that I use, the body wash that I wash my body in, the way that I medicate using essential oils, like all of those things are very intentional that I do in my life because I believe in being healthy from the inside out. I talk and coach my clients on mindset. Like, that's health from the inside so that you can show up and be who God has called you to be. So for those of you who do not know who I am Larissa Nicole, mindset and success coach. And I help my clients with their subconscious mind. So reprogramming their subconscious thoughts, ditching the imposter syndrome, right? So that they can experience and manifest massive success. So today I'm actually making lunch, and if you've been following me, you know that I love collard green wraps. And so today I'm actually on live and I'm gonna make my lunch before I get started with my work. I'm gonna make my lunch on live with you guys today. So I literally have fresh collard green leaves here. All I've done is wash them and I just cut off the ends. It's so much easier trying to eat your wrap when you don't have to chew on like these huge pieces, okay? But I didn't want to do, sorry y'all, that was my husband. I didn't want to do too much because I really wanted to walk you guys through this process with me and really just talk through like why this is important to me, okay? Hey, Evie. Hey, girl. I'm making collard green wraps, girl. And talking about health from the inside out. You know that I love me a good collard green wrap. So literally all I've done is just wash them and cut off the stems. I just like rub them dry with a paper towel because they're kind of delicate. They're strong, but they're delicate. Like, it's weird. You can easily like puncture them. I just tore this one like just that easily, right? And so they're strong, but they're delicate. That's a lot like us women. Strong and delicate at the same time, right? So yeah, I believe in being healthy from the inside out. That's important to me. And what you consume, whether it be what you're eating, what you're putting in your body, literally what you're eating, what you're listening to. Hey, lady. Y'all, this sweet lady, this sweet queen just inspired me by sharing with me that she has started on her health journey as a result of watching me in mine. And so a super yummy and healthy lunch that I'm making is collard green wraps. I'm gonna show you guys. All I've literally done is put my turkey on. I couldn't decide between a pineapple turkey and or a smoked turkey. So I got both. And, y'all, Boar's Head has the best turkey. So I'm building my wrap right now. But what I was saying was, like, I'm a firm believer of what you consume, what you put in is what comes out. So whether that is the food that you eat, or the music that you listen to, the TV that you watch, the social profiles that you follow on social media. I'm gonna put a little bit of roast beef as well. My husband had me getting the roast beef. All of those things matter. Literally, everything that you consume matters. And that's why I'm so big on not just what I physically eat, but just a moment of transparency. Hi, Samantha. A moment of transparency. I have transitioned a lot of the body care, my body care. I literally, avocado, yummy. I literally used to wear Degree deodorant. And I started realizing that I was getting, I get my underarms waxed, but I started realizing that I was getting ingrown hairs and like sweat bumps, and I'm so big on like what you put into your body. Like we just write off these things as like, oh, whatever, like they're not a big deal. But I'll never forget a girl in my high school got an ingrown hair, y'all, that turned into a cyst, and it ended up being staph infection. And I say all of that to say, like, it matters what you put into your body, whether it is just your body hygiene and care, whether it's what you put into your mind by the music that you listen to, the TV shows that you watch, whether it is what you actually eat, making you eating a lot of fried food, processed food that has you feeling sluggish, no energy, then you're wondering why you can't hardly get through the work day, and it's because what you're putting in. And so just to give you guys a quick little peek at what I have here, I just added my avocado. I have a tomato that I'm going to cut. I have a red pepper that I'm going to cut, and an onion. I like to put, and mozzarella cheese. I like to put cucumbers on it, but I don't have cucumbers. So I am doing with what I have. I also do use a little bit of seasoning, but it's Mrs. Dash. I don't use very many salt-based seasonings. I like to control my own salt, and I use pink Himalayan salt because it's the best kind of salt you can put in your body. Like, some people are like, Larissa, that's overkill. Yeah, but when I'm alive, 15 years longer than you because of what I ate, like, you're gonna look back when I am 70 years old and still moving like a 40-year-old, a 30-year-old, you're gonna be wondering why. And it's because of what I put in. And when it comes to protecting your peace, it goes so much further beyond what you're consuming in your mouth. It goes so much further beyond what you're consuming in your mouth. It goes into, what are you consuming in your mindset? What are you putting into your mind? If every day you're watching reality TV and you're binge watching all of this nonsense on Instagram and on Facebook, what do you think you're going to manifest? What do you think is going to come out? Literally, like, I realize, and God shows me this every day. Just last night, I ended up getting on social media probably about 30 minutes before bed. And I'm very protective of my page. And so I'm not watching a whole lot of nonsense on my social media, but I found myself just kind of like a little binge, right? Like 15, 20 minutes of just kind of scrolling through stories. I don't scroll on my feed too much, but sometimes I'll just like watch stories on my Instagram. And y'all, that was in my dreams. Like, this is for real. Like, you guys think that like, you think that you can just watch whatever, say whatever, listen to whatever, eat whatever, and manifest the level of success that you want in your life. And it just doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. So what does it require? It requires a level of discipline. It requires a little bit more time and effort. I would so much have rather stopped and grabbed something quick on the way home so that I could have just got to my day. And I'm like, no, Larissa, like, you're going to eat something that's going to benefit your day, that's going to give you energy and propel you forward. Not have you, it's real convenient to stop and grab something, but then when you're laid out, stretched across the couch and can't move and can't get started, then what? Right? Like, then what? And so it matters what you put into your body from the inside out. And so I have transitioned a lot of things in my life for the women that are on, even down to my tampons and my pads, y'all. They are organic. And that's one of the main ways that we ought to protect ourselves, because it's going inside of our bodies, you know? So I'm a firm believer of protecting your peace, and I believe that starts from the inside out. So I'm chopping up onions right now. I love onions. I eat raw onions. I know a lot of people don't, but this girl over here, and let me tell you, onions do you some good. They are so good for you. Abby said I'm weak at the lean in. Hi, the Sandra Jane Show. Hi, how are you? Thank you for joining. Abby says she's weak at the lean in. I was trying to whisper because I know the fellas be peeping in. And they probably don't want to hear all that, but it's a natural and normal part of life. It's how you got here. It's how you entered into the world. Without it, you wouldn't be here, sir. So it needs to be addressed. And even in the feminine areas, ladies, it's important for us to protect ourselves from the inside out. And so if there's anything that I have mentioned, you're like, oh my gosh, I've been looking, y'all, I've literally tried like 8 or 9 different natural deodorants and still haven't found. I have one on the way, Native. So I will let you guys know how that is. I've done Melaleuca. I've done Young Living. Target has a ton of different like healthier options for deodorant. I get my organic tampons from Target. I have tried so many different deodorants, but if there's anything that I'm mentioning, my body wash, if there's anything that I'm mentioning that you're like, oh my gosh, like what brand, just send me a DM. I am totally open to sharing everything that I do, because I believe in like giver's gain. That's like what I believe in. These onions got me like over here, eyes watering. Thought I was going to get away with it. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a peek at my wrap because I'm finishing it up. Let me tell you something. When you start making wraps, especially from collard greens that come straight from the ground, whew, so yummy. Okay, so y'all, here is my wrap. And I've not put the dressing on yet, but ooh, child. You see that? This Skinny Girl Honey Dijon is like my substitute for honey mustard, because I've become very conscious of these labels. Y'all, everything that says organic, everything that says sugar-free, fat-free, don't buy in. Read that label and see what it's talking about, because a lot of times if it's saying sugar-free, fat-free, low-calorie, low-carb, there's a whole lot of ingredients that you don't know what they are, and it's probably super high in sodium. This has 2 carbs, 10 calories. It has 250 milligrams of sodium. That's why I don't use extra salt in my food, because a lot of time the dressings and everything else that we're topping our food off with has a lot of salt in it. 250 milligrams is still fairly low, but most of this is salt. Hi, Miss Jazzy. My point in saying all of that is, like, if you're consuming a whole lot of salt, like, that ends up being diabetes, right? Like, we have to be conscious of what we're putting into our bodies. Even when it says organic, low sugar, fat free, all of those things, like, sis, take a moment, queen, and read the label and see, like, what's really going on, because this is going to tell you what's really going on. If it starts talking about all these things that you don't know, toss it. This has water, cider vinegar, Dijon mustard, a mustard seed, white wine, honey mustard flour, dried onion, lemon juice concentrate, dried garlic. Like, 80% of the ingredients, 85% of the ingredients on here, I can read. I know what they are, right? Hi, Miss Inspires. Thank you for hopping on. So, I've got my wraps done. I have dressed them, and they are looking so amazing. If you want the recipe, sis, don't hesitate to DM me. But my point in this entire live was just getting on to talk about, like, the way that you protect your peace is through living healthy from the inside out. That includes what you're eating, what you're listening to, what you're watching, what you're consuming on social media, the profiles. Y'all, I had to literally go and, like, just mute a whole bunch of people. I literally did a huge binge on my account and dropped my account down from like 12K followers to like 1,200. Because I was like, wait a minute, like, are they serving me in this season? Are they serving me in this season? Are they putting into me, by what they put on their profile, things that are beneficial to my mental health? We consume a lot of technology. And so having the discipline, the same discipline that it requires to turn down a burger and fries for a collard green wrap, is the same discipline that you have to have on social when it comes to the pages that you follow, the amount of time that you consume other people's content, at what times. If you're a creative like myself, I can't get on social and consume and then think that I'm going to have the creative juices flowing to go and do my own thing. I have to work first and consume later. So I usually consume in the evenings if I'm going to get on social, and I have specific people that I'm looking for, or I'm just kind of watching people's stories, right? And so everybody has their way that they like to do social. My point in saying it is, in protecting your peace, it requires discipline in all areas, right? It would have been so easy for me to just ditch the find a healthy deodorant journey, find a natural deodorant journey, because sometimes some of these deodorants have had me out here like, oof, I need to like re-up. Right? My husband be like, babe, that was not working. Right? And it would have been so easy for me to just go back to the degree, the same degree that had me with lumps under my armpits. Right? Like that would have been easy. It has required discipline to continue to try different natural deodorants until I find one that works. And so I have Native on the way. Hey, lady, I have Native on the way. It should be here in like 2 days. I'm like scraping the last little bit of my Young Living until it gets here. And I will let y'all know how that one goes. But I'm a firm believer of healthy living, all aspects of it, from medicinal ways through essential oils, from what I eat and consume into my body, but also what I consume into my mind. Because what you put in is what comes out. So if you're not manifesting the things that you desire to see in your life, it may be, sis, because you need to put your phone down and open up a book, right? It may be that the music that you're listening to has you all in your feelings and you need to change it up. Get you some R&B, some feel-good music, some jazz, some reggae, right? Going. That's not going to have you like all in your feelings about so-and-so, right? And so I love you guys. I am going to hop off because I said I was going to be at my desk at 12 o'clock and I'm just finishing up with you guys, but it's time for me to get my work day started. But I really wanted to hop on and make lunch and show you guys what healthy living from the inside out looks like. And everybody that's on, I'm just going to do quick shout outs to Ebony, who is our financial advisor, boss lady realtor, amazing queen. She's so inspirational and she's in real estate. Everybody that has tuned in, thank you guys so much for your support. It makes my heart, brings my heart joy to know that things that I say resonate with you and inspire you to take action in your life. Because my mentor says this all the time, with no action, there's no traction. Okay. Like you want to be on the move, moving forward, manifesting your dreams, desires, goals. It requires you to take action, and that requires discipline. I am Larissa Nicole, success and mindset coach. I love you guys so much. I pray that you have a blessed and prosperous Tuesday.